Hey, this is the PC Doctor, Mike Denney in Bowling Green, Kentucky. Ever wanted to mow the yard uninterrupted or listen to the game over the din of your engine? No yard machine I've ever seen is soft and quiet. So I had an idea. I went online and checked it out, and indeed other people were doing it, including the ubiquitous Kip K. So this is kind of an homage to his project. Exactly the same thing, I'll admit it, but I had the idea before I searched for it. Just more or less looking for somebody else who'd done it first. What I'm in the middle of is taking a pair of standard shooting earmuffs. These are like $2.99 at our local Harbor Freight. They're probably they're under $5 at Walmart. And these are just cheap quality. Mainly you're reinventing the old over-the-ear style headphones, but with the hard shell for sun protection, foam inside. It's not necessarily sound deadening type foam, but it works. And I'm installing a pair of earphones that I got off headphones that I took from one of these. It actually came from a Panasonic set of headphones, and they work perfectly. They nest perfectly inside here, inside the unit there. And I was able to get out my Dremel cutting tool and attach it to a regular old Black & Decker drill. This thing, I used a standard spindle that came from a Dremel kit, and I was able to put it in here for high-speed cutting. And there was a little bit of smell, but you don't even need a drill or a Dremel or anything like that. You could actually use a standard file to get that cut. I'm certain of it. It only took me a minute and another minute to widen it and to make it so I don't crimp this wire too much. But the point was for me to have, when done, a set of headphones that I can nest these in, and I'm going to mark them on the outside. While I just remember I did the right one first, and I'm going to mark the left one and right one when I'm done. I'm going to leave them like this because I want the option later to pull them out and redo them. I'm not going to necessarily cut them out or anything like that. I just want the option to make another device if I want to, or get another better pair of earmuffs. So basically, how do you do it? It's going to be awkward for me to do this with one hand because I'm using a small camera here. I'm going to do it. Let me just spin. Hope I can see this later. These little muffs come apart really easily. Bite them off. That's simple vinyl is what that is. It's really cheap. And I'm planning on stretching it back over there, a single sealed unit with foam inside them. Then inside each earmuff, there's a small plate that just snaps out very easily. And it works great with these cheaper ones because you're not destroying something expensive, and it was just cheap enough to snap out very easily. Now I'm going to take the Dremel bit, it's the number 426, and I'm going to cut into this area here. And I'm going to break the video. I'll take a better shot of that. I'm going to cut into that area there and notch it. I'll stop the video and start back up when I'm about halfway done. Okay, this is part 2 of the PC Doctor's video on how to make a pair of sound deadening cheap earmuffs for mowing the yard or something like that. They have headphones in. Like I showed you the cut the first time, I didn't show you this. You can actually, on these cheaper muffs, turn them out to make your cut. I do work in my utility room with a closed door, but this is probably best done on the outside because if you really get into it with power tools, you're going to have some airborne plastic and stuff like that. It's even good to have a system like you would if you were soldering to suction off the stuff that gets airborne. This 426 cutting tool from Dremel was on my Black & Decker, and I did get it notched out. I wanted to note that with the smell comes a little bit of extra dross that you can just flick off with your fingers. That should be enough to install the second foam. I'll go grab it. It's hanging off the edge of the dryer washer. And also work on my dryer. This powder coat surface, don't cut on it. You'll scar it. as you can see, like right there on my dryer. But it makes for a great surface to work on with one of these little cheap cutting boards that you can get like 4 for $1 at the dollar store. Now, I took out the foam from this headphone to make my cut so I didn't get it caught in the tool. And I also like these because I do have a volume control on this Panasonic set of phones, and I'm going to go ahead and single-handedly, I'm going to go ahead and mount this thing in here, and then I'm going to catch right there. Yeah, it actually kind of snapped in. And just don't put too much pressure on these because nobody makes phones that are that strong. Now I'm going to go ahead and, just like I did the other one, snap back in the little plate. And for those of you on YouTube who want to post comments, sorry I don't allow them too much dross there too, but basically I'm doing this on the spur of the moment. I've had the idea for months, and I'm about to go out and mow the yard, so that's why I'm doing it. Now I'm going to go ahead and cut the video, and next video will be part 3. I'm going to cut this all into one using Microsoft. Okay, this will be the last video for the PC Doctor Mike Denney project to make a pair of very inexpensive but yet still very usable noise-deadening headphones. And you're not applying any technology here rather than just being cheap. I did find out a couple of extra things about these. They are easily removed. These are just cheap plastic plug-ins, and they're easily removed from the band. So it made it a lot easier once I figured that out. That's what I get for being quick. Just a simple note, everything else is pretty self-explanatory. It's already done. When you're replacing the band, the headphone, the actual soft foam earpieces on the headphones, each side, I would start with the side that has the slit cut in it. And I used a pair of standard household shears to do that, to make a little snip out. And then I start on this end. You can easily twist them around to fit it better when you're done. And then I use some half-width electrical tape to finish them up and make them look better. I'm going to go to Hobby Lobby and get some nice-looking little rub-on stickers or something, or even just hand-paint them with paint pens, the left and the right one, since that's there. But in the meantime, I scratched that into it with my X-Acto knife. So that's what I have, and they're done. I'm just going to replace them, and I will make one more video. I'm going to piece these all together, and this is the last video, the PC Doctors. This is the last section of my video on how to make a pair of cheap noise deadening or just quiet headphones for mowing the yard or listening to music, maybe in the living room when people are talking and you don't want to bug them either. I'm done. As you can see, I'm wearing them. I'm actually using the FM tuner in my HTC area phone to listen to the local station, and I win a lot of contests, so it's nice to be able to hear this over the, like I said, the din of the mower. I'm turning them up here. It's nice that I found a pair. Just go to your consignment store. Don't be expensive about it. Be cheap. And then I'm going to turn it up here too, and see if I can hear myself think, which I can't. I've already messed this video up, but it's okay. It's loud, D93, and local station of choice for rockers, or the rocker and you. And I'm turning it down. Be safe when you take these outside. I always snake the wire down through my shirt. You know, if you wear scrubs, you're smart. You know you have an extra pocket on the inside since they're reversible. And you can put this, or whatever FM radio or AM radio you're listening to, in your pocket on the inside. The wire never leaves your shirt. Just leave enough for your head to bend. And they're done. They sound great. Go mow the yard and listen to your music. Rock on.